Hi, I'm Sarah Breyer from Showgirl Coaching, and today's part of confidence is the Confident Woman's Guide to Being Alone and Happy. I don't know about you, but I know quite a lot of women who are scared of being alone, whether it's driving alone, eating or drinking in a public place alone, and even like being at home alone, actually. Confidence is a muscle that you need to flex. The more that you do things, the more you will feel confident. And when you find yourself unexpectedly alone, you will find that you're able to cope better, but you've got to put in the groundwork to start with. So I've got a few tips to help you. A lot of them involve going out in public places. So post-pandemic, when we're all a bit more normal, these will be really useful. What we probably will find is that a lot of us have been indoors for so long that we've lost some of our confidence. So this video will help for all of those things as well. So first one is about finding a safe and comfortable opportunity to eat or drink out alone. So if you go into a coffee shop or a bar, you might find a counter that you can sit at. This will help because that's where people tend to sit when they're on their own. It means you might be able to strike up a conversation with the person next to you. If your server's wearing a name tag, you could build some rapport by talking to them. You could have a drink, you could have something to eat, but it's just little steps. Booking a 3-course meal is going to be too much, but these little incremental steps will really help you and build your confidence and flex that muscle. So then it becomes easier. Second one is when you're going to an event or a nightclub, meet your friends or whoever you're meeting, meet them there. So instead of meeting at the bus stop or the train station or meeting before you go, tell them that you'll meet them there. It can be intimidating, but again, it's these small steps. So make sure that people are there before you so that you're meeting them there. The next step is to get there early, where you know none of your friends are going to be there. So this would be, where you know people aren't going to be there. Go to the bar, get yourself a drink, or go to the coffee shop and get yourself a drink and find somewhere to sit. If you're scared of being alone, you might miss out on opportunities. No, people don't necessarily go and talk to other people that are in crowds or groups of people, but when you're on your own, you might find that people will come and talk to you because you're on your own and you look interesting. You're more likely to meet new people when you're on your own than when you're with a crowd, right? Because you're less intimidating when you're on your own. Being somewhere alone gives you space to people watch. And it gives you time and space to take in your surroundings. And when you've got somewhere early and you're sitting there wondering what to do, it's time to look around. So you just put a pleasant look on your face, not grinning wildly, but put a pleasant look on your face and just start people watching and gamify it. How many women, how many men, how many groups, who looks happy? I wonder whether they're on a date, what number date they're on. If you try and gamify it a little bit, which sort of gives you and your mind something to do and something to think about rather than worrying that you're stood there on your own or sat there on your own, and have these little games with yourself, it will make you feel less self-conscious. And by the time your friends have come or whoever's meeting you, you will look confident and you'll look interesting because you'll have loads to tell them about what you've discovered about the people around you. The next step is to carry a book or a magazine with you, and thank goodness that we've all got our phones, right? If you find yourself alone, it gives you something to do, so you feel less self-conscious. The freedom that you've got when you can do things alone is unbelievable. You can book trips that nobody else wants to go on. Can you think of all the times where you've missed out on something because somebody wouldn't go with you? Events that you wanted to go to, concerts that you might have wanted to go to. Imagine all of those times that you could have gone and done these things, but you didn't because nobody else would come with you, or they weren't available. It's quite sad. And the more that we can do things and we can feel at one with ourselves, the more opportunities we will take. And the last thing is about learning to enjoy your own company. I know some people that are so afraid of their own internal voice, or they're so afraid of being alone, that they surround themselves with busyness and noise the whole time. Spend some time alone at home as well as outside. You should feel the most comfortable at home. And hearing your own internal voice helps build your own self-awareness. And it means when you do spend time with people, you'll feel more confident because you're confident in being you and being on your own. It means you'll have things to talk about and you'll be comfortable wherever you go. There is nothing that will hold you back apart from yourself. And being alone and being confident is one of those things that will really, really help you. Being alone is not being lonely. I hope those tips were helpful and you found like just a few tips that, you know, one day when we're allowed out to a bar again, we'll be able to use. And I look forward to seeing your comments below. If you're thinking about coaching and think about how it might help you, understanding some of these things about your own confidence is helpful with a coach, and they will help be able to bring these things out of you and be able to give you some tips on how you can get past them. If you head over to showgirlcoaching.com, I've got a blog, and on my website you can book a discovery session which will give you and I a chance to talk about coaching, whether it's right for you, whether it's relevant for you, and what you'd want to get out of it. If you're looking to invest in yourself, new year, new you, then think about coaching because it will help you get to your goals faster. Thanks very much, and I'll see you next time.